A growing share of Americans now say that a six-figure income is no longer a signal of actual wealth. Surveys show that many households that earn 100,000 plus still feel squeezed by the cost of housing, childcare, debt, and higher everyday prices in general. Several polls this year point to widespread financial anxiety and rising comfort thresholds across many age groups that are being polled. Now, Americans say that it takes about $2.3 million of net worth to be wealthy, and that's roughly $839,000 to feel financially comfortable. That's according to a Schwab 2025 Modern Wealth Survey. Separate bank rate polling finds that many people believe that between $100,000 and $149,000 a year is good to feel secure. About 150,000 plus will make you feel a little bit better. Sizable minority, but of course that's not quite millionaire material as it is. Research coming out from Lending Club and other sorts of payment type things indicate that the majority of U.S. consumers are living paycheck to paycheck, but we sort of already knew that. But this includes many folks that earn above $100,000, something that you did not expect. Urban costs are a major driver, and the paycheck to paycheck share remains elevated post-pandemic now. The perception gap, solid income but thin margin, helps explain why six figures often doesn't feel much rich now these days. So, of course, inflation's multi-year run has raised prices faster than wages in many categories, and mortgages and rents are higher as well. Also, childcare, healthcare, and debt and costs eat into home take-home pages. So a six-figure salary doesn't stretch as far as it did back in the past. Also, as a counterclaim, inflation has cooled from its peaks, and budgeting and location choices and debt reductions can actually restore breathing room for many six-figure households. They just have not chosen to take that and are choosing the comfort values over the actual pain of fixing their own situations. Now, here's why it all actually matters. If a six-figure income no longer feels wealthy to many, expect persistent focus on housing supply and childcare credits and debt costs for all of us, including folks who used to make more money or still make more money but seem like it was a bigger deal. For many households, the findings reinforce the value of emergency savings, also having good retirement contributions and a cost of living math that actually moves as your jobs move. Even so, your perception of wealth will remain relative and shaped by where you live and who you live with. Now, data shows that many high earners still live paycheck to paycheck and will set higher bars for comfort and wealth, which makes it harder for them to get below the reliability and the comfort level at a six-figure income. They feel six figures should feel like something, so they'll live that life even if it's not viable. In the meantime, the cooling inflation and smarter planning can actually improve folks who are living in any sort of household, specifically six-figure ones, for financial security. The not wealthy narrative is a bit of a non-starter, if you will. Not feeling like you have money and being able to survive can be two different things. Can you make your money stretch further? Probably. Can a six-figure income be actually good for you? Most likely. If you're still living in a dangerous level as someone who lives paycheck to paycheck, not paying things off or over living in your expenses, trying to live beyond that six figures that you actually earn, that may be the problem.